promise I'll be all that you want. So let me in my heart before. Let me in. Oh, your love explodes. Our heart implodes. Your love explodes. Our hearts implode, implode, implode.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody's having a fantastic Sunday. I had to get a cup of coffee. Sorry that I got a little bit of a late start. Working OBS and live YouTube is something new to me. It took me a little bit. There's a couple more buttons that you have to push than going live on Twitch. So yeah, it's a learning experience for me. I'm super excited about this. This is something I've always wanted to do. I just needed to read it and do it. And I want to thank you guys for making this happen, right? You guys hit 250 subscribers on the channel. And I figured, you know what? This is a good time as any to basically be able to do this, right? I want to say thank you. For those of you all that don't know who I am, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Jababo. All right. If you can't say Jababo, which most people can't, it's okay. Just call me Jab. All my friends do. I have been playing Farm Sim since 17. I started off on console. I moved to PC when I found out what mods were back in 17. Imagine this. Think of this. Back in 17, you couldn't. Hey, what's up, Bacon? How's the sound? Is the sound good, bad, or different? Do I need to raise something, lower something? Let me know. But anyhow, as I was saying, I started off at 17. I started playing on consoles. Back in the day, you couldn't get mods on consoles. I didn't even know what mods were, right? I was just happy to play it. I happened to run across a YouTube channel that was showing off Mavericks Multifruit. And I'm like, what is this stuff? And how do I get it on my PS4? And, hey, Aqua, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So, yeah, I got it on PC, and I sound good and clear? Great. At least I don't sound like a noob yet, right? Give me a couple minutes, right? We'll find a way to mess it up. But anyway, as I was saying, I got into the PC when the platinum dropped on the Sugarcane. Then I started streaming on Twitch when 19 came out. I built up a really large community on Twitch. If you look up here, you see this banner right here? Giants flew me out to San Diego to TwitchCon to stream on the platform. And that's the banner I brought back from TwitchCon. And thank you, Giants, for flying me out to TwitchCon. That was an amazing thing. I also ended up going to PAX East last year, and I ran into some YouTube people at the meetup. A few people that you may or may not know. Let's see. DJ Goham, Clutch, Farmer Cop, Farmer Klein, FSG or Farm Sim Guy. There's one more, Raznak, right? You guys might know them, you might not know them. But anyhow, they ended up talking to me about YouTube, and they're the ones that planted the seed into me that, hey, maybe I should look into this platform. And because of their help, I have. And yeah, so we're gonna get going. I just wanted to share a little life story about who I am, where I am, and where I came from, just so you guys have an understanding. All right, let's get started. If I can hit that button. All right, we're over here on Elm Creek. I just wanted to make it easy, right? Something light, something simple, something that we can go on and go from there. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you all have, as long as they're reasonable. Oh, unfold. I'm sorry. Let me unfold you. And off we go. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me. Holy cow. There's really 7 people here? This is way beyond my expectations, and you guys are amazing. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm gonna be honest, right? I figured if I could get 3 people to show up, it was a win. Hey, Bacon, how's the fam? I am on Giant's version of the game, Bushcrafter. So I am in the Giants partner program, and yeah, the Giants sent me a copy, so I have mine through them. Now, 19 and 17 I had through Steam. The next version of the game, more than likely, I will get through Giants 2. And the reason, and here's the reason why. If I go through the Giant store and give it, then all the money goes to Giants, and then getting ready for a full house shortly. All the peeps are coming to Bacon's house. Yeah, the reason why I get it through Giants is simply this, right? If I go through Steam to get it, then Giants doesn't get all the money. They got to share it with Steam. And to be honest, I want Giants to have as much money as I possibly can. So hopefully they take that money and then they put it back into the game and make a better version of the game than what we already have, right? That's how I look at it. If you can support the game company directly, I prefer to do it that way. If I don't have an option, then yeah, Steam is good. It also depends on the relationship I have, right? So Farm Sim is a little more personal to me, so I want to see them be successful, so that's why I go that route. Other games, yeah, I'll just get it through Steam or Epic or whoever, right? You know, that's just how I do things. But I'll be transparent about how I handle things and why I handle things the way I do, you know. And like I said, it has nothing to do with the fact that I'm a Giants partner. They don't muzzle me. They don't muzzle me. They can't muzzle me. They won't try to muzzle me, because at the end of the day, the stuff that comes out of my pie hole is, you know, from a place of love, concern, passion, and understanding. Also, I don't know if I should say this or not, but I'm going to say it. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, hit the like up button, right? It helps. I don't know how it helps. I just know it helps. My YouTube friends told me when I live streamed to remind you guys to hit the thumb up button. Is there a difference available with mods on them? Oh, okay. So there is a difference on mods. So if you're playing on console, consoles only have certain mods on it, whereas PC, it's like the Wild West. You can get mods anywhere from PC. Actually, you can make your own mods. I do some modding myself, and I know how to do stuff like that. So if I wanted to, I could make my own mods. But I prefer to get my stuff from Giants Mod Hub, the in-game Mod Hub. But sometimes, you know, I have to go to Facebook or, you know, the internet to get stuff. And hey, Arjan, how are we doing today? And guys, if I say your name wrong, just phonetically spell it for me, right? Because I am dyslexic and reading is not exactly the easiest thing in the world for me to do. But the one thing about modding that I'll say is that I think everybody should give modding a try and learn what the process is. As they say, Google and YouTube are your friends. You can find all kinds of information on it. One of two things is going to happen when you look into modding stuff is, one, you find out it was way harder than you ever thought, and you go, hey man, those guys should get more love and appreciation than what they have. Or number two is you go, that was simpler than I thought, and what else can I do? I fall into the second category, but I also have a different brain. I have Asperger's, So I see the world from a very different way. However, my brain understands computer. So, you know, that makes it easier for me. All right, let's see if we can offload this. So, what's everybody's favorite? Oh, we gotta hook up. Yo! What's everybody's favorite map? Do you have a favorite map? There we go. You're Oak from Twitch. Hamlai! My Dutch peeps are all right. Who else in the Dutch community is here right now? I'm curious. My Dutch community is here. The Dutch people of Jap. Hey, I appreciate that. You don't realize how much I appreciate your support. Thank you very much. All right, let's drop this off into here for right now. No. There we go. Hey, Eric. Oh, Arjan is your real name. Don't worry, I won't tell anybody. It's our secret, right? It's our secret. It's okay. All right, let's get this. Let's turn this off. We'll put this away. We'll go see what else that the game, the starting farm has us to do, and then we'll go from there. Here, you can just sit right here for right now. Now I'm gonna be honest, right? I was a little nervous when I hit the go live button. I didn't know what to expect. But I'm enjoying the ride. You like No Man's Land, but you missed the flat map from 19? Well, hey, Bushcraft. I actually have a flat map that I made for myself. There's something coming down the pike. I may be doing I may be doing a story with on YouTube. I got a couple different ideas of, you know, oh, I need to unfold the cedar. Well, fine, unfold it. You know, we're going to continue with the No Man's Land series, and I'm having a great time making stuff. But I also, I'm getting new computer parts in January, so I can make 4K videos and stuff like that for you guys. And when that comes in, I'll actually have 2 different series going a week. So yeah, so like you guys will get 2 stories, right? You'll get at least 1 more video a week, right? In January, I plan on going to 3 videos a week, maybe 4, right? Now I'm not promising on 4, but I can say 3. I do enjoy making the videos. The videos is way different than live streaming. Live streaming's cool and everything like that, and I get to hang out and answer questions and talk about things off the top of my head. But there's something about being able to tell a concise story the way that you want it to kind of unfold. And there's definitely a skill set to it. I have a lot of admiration for the people that make it look easy. And I hope to get better at it. Also on the No Man's Land series, what do you guys want to see from that? Here's your chance, right? Throw some stuff out there that you would like to see done on that, and I'll consider it, right? I have some ideas of stuff that I want to do, but, you know, we can always add stuff because I don't always think of everything, like the bees, right? I didn't even think of the bees because I've never used them before. And to be honest, I haven't done much with animals, and I want to do more with animals. If anybody here is going to PAX East this year, I will be attending PAX East with some of my friends. So if you go in, let me know. We can always meet up at the Giants booth. I think I don't know yet. I'm gonna check with Kermit, but maybe I'll do some volunteer work at the Giants booth again this year. I'll ask him in January, because I know it's going to be the end of March when PAX East happens. I had a lot of fun last year, and I'm looking forward to going again this year to see what new games are coming out, and talk to some developers or stuff like that. And I would be honest, right? I get a chance to hang out with DJ and Farmer Cop again. That's never a bad thing. You had resub? Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And for all my Twitch peeps, don't worry. I will be streaming again on Tuesday. I just had to take a little time off from Twitch, but I have not given up on Twitch, right? So, if you're one of my Twitch peeps, don't worry. You can catch me on Tuesday. And if you're not one of my Twitch peeps, you can find me on Twitch. It's the same name. It's Jababo, just without the numbers. This is a Chinese eater, but it's what it gave us. Are there any new maps coming out that you guys are excited about? I've been looking at maps, and I was kind of hoping that something cool would be coming out in the near future. I got my eye on Court Farm. I don't know if Court Farm is something that I want to do something on. It looks nice, but yeah. Oh my God. We have a legend in the channel. FSG, thank you very much. Dude, much respect to you. Thank you for coming by. I know it's a different time zone, and I appreciate it. Your ears must have been burning. I was talking about you earlier. Just so you guys understand, FSG took time out of his busy schedule to answer questions for me and have a conversation with me and be honest and pull the curtain back. And he's one of the major inspirations of why I'm doing this right now. And thank you, my friend. Right, the conversation that we had is something that I will cherish my entire life, and it'll be motivation for me. And I appreciate the fact that you took the time out of your out of your life, your busy schedule, to share with me. And I will be honest, right? The thing about going live, it's different than Twitch. Twitch is one button. YouTube is a little confusing going live, right? You gotta hit 7 different buttons, and you have to do 12 different things before you can go live. You gotta make a thumbnail. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you gotta do. Now, are you gonna attend PAX? Are you gonna attend again this year, or was this a one deal shot for you? I know it's a long way for you to fly. I did talk to Farmer Cop. I did talk to DJ, and yeah. Hey, Red, how we doing, sir? They told me that they were going to be there, and they were looking forward to spending time with me. Yeah, going live on YouTube. All right, so guys, if you don't know, if you're not a streamer, let me pull the curtain back just a little bit for you guys, right? To go live on Twitch, right? You just open up OBS, and there's a button that just says go live, and you hit it, right? And poof, you're live, right? You better be on the right scene, because whatever scene you're showing is what pops up. On YouTube, it's like you have to go. It's like you have to hit go live twice. But then before you go live, it's like, oh, we need a description, we need this, we need that, we need the other. You know, can we have your parents, your mother's maiden name, the birth child of, you know, the birth date of your second child, you know, all kind. It's not that bad, but it kind of seems that way. But I'm sure I'll get used to it. All right, we got a field planted. Not sure yet. More about being busy with work this year, and you started your own company. Woo! Congratulations! Congratulations on that, man. Well, I hope that you're successful and fruitful with your endeavors. I do not eat turkey on Christmas. I'm a very I'm not a traditional meal person on Christmas. I'm more of a person that likes to just hang out, eat finger food, and just spend time. Believe this or not, I spend time gaming, right? I like playing games, yo. I'll wait until next time I go. Oh yeah. I got you, man. Now, are you going to the meetup in January that they're having? They're having some. I know the name of it because virtual was telling me about it. There's like a live event there in England. Oh, there is a reuse button setting. Well, that'll be nice to know. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I wish I could. Llama, that's what it is. I wish I could. I just England's it costs a lot of money to fly, yo, and I don't have that kind of money. Not yet. Maybe one day. However, not this year, right? But I'm hoping next year that I can scratch some money together to go to FarmCon, right? Kermit told me that everybody should make the Mecca once in their lifetime to FarmCon, so I'm gonna try to go. Like I said, not this year, but the following year. 1 year and I'll be there. All right, guys. Look, I'm gonna ask you guys, right? Do you guys really want my 100% honest opinion about how things have been going with YouTube? And I'll be 100 transparent. I'll tell you exactly how I feel. But I need like at least 3 of you to put a 1 in chat to say that it's okay. If it's not okay, put a 2 in chat, right? I don't mind sharing and telling you how I honestly feel and how and share the journey with you. But you know, I want to make sure it's stuff that you guys want to hear or not hear. Because sometimes people don't want to hear. They're like, it's braggadocious, it's this, it's that, it's the other, and I don't want to come across that way, right? I'm just a dude. All right, we got one. We got one. Bacon put a 1 in there. I saw that. Bacon was so excited he got 3 1s in there. All right. All right. So here's all right. FSG. All right. FSG is gonna sit here and laugh, right? But I'm gonna be honest, right? When I decided to make YouTube videos on my own, and everything I've done from Satisfactory on has been 100% Jab. No one else, just me, right? I had to learn how to do things. When I decided in October to start making content for YouTube and grow a channel, here was my expectations. I expected, hey, if I could get 24 views on a video in a 24-hour period, and then maybe if I was lucky, it got up to 50 throughout the lifetime of the video, that would be a win for me, right? You guys have completely blown my expectations way out of the water, and the channel's growing way faster than I even thought was possible, right? And thank you, right? It inspires me to want to make better content for you guys, and it's less stressful. Believe it or not, making videos is way easier than live streaming for me. It's less stressful, and I enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy it, and you know, FSG's probably right? You know, after being monetized for a year, I probably will be able to afford to go to FarmCon, and it'll pay for it. It blows my mind though, right? It's hard for me to wrap my mind around it. I've got friends that have big channels and stuff like that, but you know, sometimes when you're just a dude, you're just like, oh, that happens to other people, it doesn't happen to me. Now, here's what I'm gonna tell you. If you do your research and you're realistic and you work the skills that need to be worked, you too can be successful. Doesn't mean, now, listen to what I said. You have the opportunity, right? However, there's work involved. And yeah, you know, like I've got a video that's close, it's in the 800s, right? Probably by the end of the year, it'll be 1,000 views. And that just, I mean, to think about having one video that goes 1,000, it's like, I mean, man, I'm gonna be like Snoopy doing Happy Dance, right? Happy Dance, Happy Dance, Happy Dance. Because I didn't think it would be me, right? But on the other hand, there is work involved. There are skill sets that you have to learn, and you know, you have to have ability to tell a story, I guess. I don't know, or you just be yourself. But I am thoroughly enjoying the ride, right? And I'm gonna be honest, if it wasn't for you guys out there, I wouldn't be able to do this, so thank you. All right, so we got all this stuff going. Let's see if we can find a contract. There's fertilizing, there's harvesting, and there's spraying contracts. Can we get new contracts? All right, we got all kinds of new contracts. Baling, cultivating. Well, what do we want to do? What kind of harvesting contracts do we have? Do we have anything near us? Where are we? We're in the 40s. All right, hang on a second. Hey, we got 47. We can use our own equipment to go to 47. Well, here's the other thing, FSG. The hard thing was for me, it is interpreting numbers, right? On Twitch, I understand numbers. In YouTube, I don't, because the numbers are so much bigger in YouTube, and it's harder to understand and wrap your head around. Like Twitch, it's more simplistic. right? we get excited about single digit gains, not you know, thousand number gains. All right, where are we going? We're going here. All right, here we go. All right, drop it like it's hot. Let's turn it on. And no, sir. I do have access to the land. He told me it was okay. I do need to schedule FSG. I do need to schedule a Discord call with you. If you could send me a message and let me know what time of day is best for you. I need like 20 minutes of your time, and I'll take whatever 20 minutes you have. If that means I got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to do it, then that like I said, whatever is good for your schedule. If I got to miss sleep for it, I'll miss sleep. Oh, and congratulations on your Christmas stream. I saw that yesterday. That was cool. Next, look. Okay, yeah. Like I said, just send me a message in Discord and say, hey, this is what I got available. Take it or leave it. Like I said, if I got to miss sleep for it, it's okay. It's important. For those that don't know, in January, I'm getting new computer parts. I'm upgrading my potato. We're gonna, I think, if I remember right, I'm gonna upgrade to a Ryzen 9, DDR5, of course, and I think we're going to a 4080. 4080 Ti or what? I'm not exactly sure what numbers come in behind it, but yeah, just to let you know, I'm running a 1070 right now, so jumping to a 4080 is going to be a huge jump for me. All the bits and pieces of my computer are, 5 years old, so it's ready for upgrade. And it's funny because, I'm married, so me and the wife had to sit down and go through a negotiation process, right? It wasn't as simple as like, I'm just gonna buy it, right? You got to sit down at the kitchen table and you're just like, you got to really negotiate, right? You got to play it right. You can't just say, this is what I want, because you might get lucky and you get more than what you want. You have to figure out how to navigate those waters, properly. Those of you who are married are laughing and going, yeah, I've been through that. Those of you all that are single, yeah, wait until you get married. You'll find out. You've run to AMD and you loved it. Ah, cool. This will be the first time. This will be the first time I've ran something that had a Ryzen chip in it. But I'm excited about it, right? There's two reasons, right? One, I'm excited because then I get to turn all my video settings up to ultra, and two, I can start making recordings in 4K. I don't know if making recordings in 4K matter, right? All I know is I want to do it. Could I get by without it? I can. I'm doing it now. However, on the other hand, I look at it this way. Some of the videos I look at and I see the quality of the pictures and I'm just like, man, that looks so nice. I would like my stuff to look that way. All right, question for chat. Which is more important? It looking pretty or having a good story? If you had to choose one, which are you choosing story over picture? Or is it just all about graphics, yo? See, I'm more of a minimalistic kind of person, right? I prefer games that have, meat on the bone, right? I'd rather have a game that has great gameplay and mechanics than great graphics. So, like, I'll give you an example of a game like that. Oh, good Lord. I can't think, Ruin, I can see it now. It's the one where you crash on the planet and your little people are like little blocks and you have to tell them what to do and they're surviving and I want to say RuneScape, but it's not that. RimWorld. Like RimWorld is, or Prison Architect, right? Very simplistic graphics, but it has in-depth gameplay mechanics. I am a gamer. I play a ton of different games, and I'm not opposed to talking about them. We'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, right? This is basically, this time is the time that you get to, hey, ask Jab any question that you want, right? Spend time to get to know me. Find out what makes me tick. What do I like, right? I'll answer all questions. Now, if you ask something that's personal, the answer may be none of your business, right? But it didn't mean I didn't answer it. I just didn't give you the answer you wanted. But I'm okay with that. The one thing I gotta get used to is there's no in Twitch. There's I have a timer for ads. It's so nice to stream and not have to worry about ads. I'm assuming you guys aren't getting ads. I don't know. All right, FSG. All right, I'm new in this YouTube stuff. Guys, tell me, is it common to have ads in live streams on YouTube, or what's the YouTube culture, right? I know where it is on the other side of the fence. This is new to me. This is my first time. I'm nowhere near monetization, so I'm not going to find out anytime soon. Maybe this time next year I'll know. Excuse me. All right, we'll get this going. We'll find out what else we can do. It's only a few weeks old. You turned off your midstream ads in your streams? All right. Hang on a second. Let me move two things, right? Because it gave me two different chat boxes, but the problem is they gave me this emote thing that's down in the bottom right corner, and it's covering up it's covering up the chat. So let me move this one over here, I'll move this one over. Yo, you in here somewhere. There. Now, there we go. Now let me make this wider. Ah, there we go. All right, now I got it. Now I can see it. All right, he says, lose a bit of revenue, but I feel live stream is more about the interaction with everybody else. All right. Since I'm being transparent, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about money, right? I look at it this way. My philosophy is, if I'm getting paid for you guys to watch the videos and to add revenue on the videos that are coming when I'm live streaming, I don't want it on my live stream, right? This is hey, special time with Jab, right? We get to talk about whatever it is we talk about. We talk about life. We talk about what's going on. It's a chance for you to, hey, hang out with Jab, ask questions live. You don't have to wait a day or two or half a day for an answer. And yeah, I don't think it's about ad revenue, right? Now, if people want to do super chats and stuff like that, which they can't here because we don't have that ability, they can. But at the end of the day, I don't, from a live streaming perspective on YouTube, if I have the ability to turn the ads off, I will. Twitch is a different platform. And I think on that platform, because you have to, it's about when you're live and live only, then yeah, it's a thing. So that's how I look at it. Will my point of view change in the future? Possibly, as I know more about how this works and doesn't work and so on and so forth, or if they change policies or whatever. But at the end of the day, this is how I see it. If it changes, I'll let you know if my point of view changed. All right, let's go put this in the cart, and then we'll run it to wherever it's got to go. So how you doing, Red? Are you staying out of trouble? All right, there's my trailer. Yeah, don't hit it. There we go. All right, can I line it up? Now, one of the things I got to get used to is the music, right? YouTube doesn't like copyrighted music, so I have to get a music that I like. Can never completely stay out of trouble. It ruins a good time when I do. Well, here's. I'll tell you what I used to tell my ex. My ex used to get so mad at me. She was like, "Why is it so often you just get in trouble?" And I was like, it's not my fault. I was just like, I have to sleep. Trouble never sleeps. Eventually it catches up to me. She didn't think that was very funny. I thought it was hilarious. Maybe that's why she's an ex. All right, where are we going? We're going there. All right, there we go. All right, question. When do you guys think we're gonna get a notification for the next base game? I say Valentine's Day. I think in February we'll find out about 25. Assuming that they call it 25. Well, the other thing is, should they continue with the numbers, or should they rebrand it and just call it Farming Simulator? Because I think that the problem with the numbers is people are creatures of habit, right? And they're so used to, well, the odd years, because like there's a Farming Simulator 23 out, right? But it's a mobile version. So, how does a person on the outside understand if they're talking about the PC console version versus a mobile version? I understand why they're using the name. The brand name has brand recognition. But at that point, I think that they all right, why did it show there and not there? Oh, there it is. All right, you're thinking about it a year or two later than everybody thinks. I think it's going to be out this. I think it'll be out in 25. Wait, hang on a second. No, I'm sorry, 24. I think it will be out in end of October, probably. Right after TwitchCon, maybe. Now, keep this in mind, guys, right? I do have contacts with Giants. There's no inside information on this, right? I have no inside information of, I'm truly speculating. If I had information, I would cite the information. This is not the case. This is truly speculation. But I do believe that 25 will be the next base game. Now, is it going to be all that in a bag of chips? I hope so, right? Will we get everything we want? No, we won't. But will it be a better version of the game? Yes. They've always made a better version of the game, and they will continue to make a better version of the game. It just boils down to what is your realistic expectations, right? Some people have unrealistic expectations, and they don't want Giants Farm Sim. They want, Bob's Farm Sim. And if it's not Bob's Farm Sim, then it's not good enough. Hey, mod it. There's my answer. You always have the option to mod the game any way that you desire. So, I'm hoping that we get an overhaul of the animal system, because the animal system is, what's the word I want to say? Rudimentary at best, right? YouTube Dad's not going to hold his tongue. It's too simplistic. It's too simple, right? Let's be honest, right? If my chickens in 25 don't need water and they don't make a mess and I have to clean up after them, I'm going to be very upset, right? I don't know where they find these chickens in Switzerland that don't require water, but everywhere else in the world, chickens require water, and why we don't have to give them water in the base game, it blows my mind. And I think every animal pen should have to be cleaned, somehow or another. Why it's not that way now, it befuddles me, boggles my mind. Whatever word that you want to throw out there. Let's look in the store. Can I get a forage wagon? Yeah, we can get a forage wagon. We'll buy one forage wagon. All right, let me drop this off. We'll go get the forage wagon so I can pick the straw up. We park this over here. But I would also like, you wish the AI could run a baler. Hey, Bushcrafter, have you thought about using, all right, Bushcrafter, do you play on PC or console? There's the first question. And have you thought about using Courseplay? Courseplay will help, Courseplay will help with that. Courseplay is like, giving your AI, high school diplomas instead of high school dropouts. But the one thing I'll say about the AI is the AI is better than it used to be. It used to be way worse. Yo, yeah, just go ahead, turn in front of me. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It's PC, but MS version. Oh, that. Wait. What is the MS version? I'm a little confused. I know that there's a PC version, and then there's a. Are you talking Mac? It's for Apple? Microsoft. So what's different about your version than the regular version that's on PC? You should be able to get, if you're on PC, you should be able to download any mod off the internet. Oh, you play through, okay, got you. You play, you had to explain it to me. So you're limited, so you're on PC, but you're using the Game Pass. So you get your Game Pass to get your so you're limited to, so you're basically limited to console mods. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I don't think Courseplay. Yeah, you're you're stuck, right? You got your hands tied. All right, so do you also have to play with the? Now I don't know this, right? This is the first time I've talked to someone that's in this situation. Do you have to play? Do you have a? Are you limited by a console slot too? I would recommend switching because it opens up the world to being able to set your gameplay any way you desire, right? Now, here's the one thing I will say. You have to be careful, right? Because a lot of people that first get into moddings and stuff like that, what do I mean? All right, you have to be careful because people will start, getting into downloading everything, and the next thing you know, they've got like 40 or 50 gigs worth of mods in their mod folder. Oh, slots. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, slots in the game represents. So on consoles, they're like everything has a slot limit, and then you only have an X amount of slots available that you can put on a map in a game play. That's where regular consoles have issues. They're limited, but the slot count is wonky, right? It's not the same. Like, I had people explain it to me and say that, like, that's why people that play on consoles will have multiple versions of the same tractor, because let's say, for example, the first tractor costs you 15 slots. If you get another version of that tractor, it only costs one additional slot because the game already sees it in there. So the slot system is kind of a little on the wonky side. I wish there was a mod that allowed me to see the difference, so that I could put it on and use it as a understanding tool. The plight of what the community some people in the community go through. Unfortunately, there isn't one. No one's made it. I think it would be a cool thing that would, that I could hit a button and it would tell me if I was on console, how many slots would I be using. Because PC players, we're limited by what our computer is able to hold, right? We load everything on it and then we go, all right, am I still getting 60 FPS? I'm good. As long as it doesn't go below 30, we're good. And I've done stuff like, I played on maps where I had 20 workers working at the same time in a field. I don't recommend that. I really don't. I don't recommend anybody doing that. It can be done. It'll choke your frame rate out. I can tell you that the limit is 20. No, there's a ditch there, dang it. I almost didn't see that. That could have been oh, wait a minute. No. Hang on a second, am I at the wrong place? Oh, there it is. It's around the corner. It's been a while since I played on this map. I knew it was in this general location. Hey, Red, I'm gonna be on your side of town next week. Are you gonna have some free time to get lunch? Yeah, tomorrow I gotta drive out to Columbus and get some work done. That'll be a fun day. Was gonna do it yesterday, but that big storm blew through here and I was just like, nah, I'll wait. I'm made out of sugar, I might melt. I wonder if Giants will ever make a bigger map. I understand why they make standard size maps. And here's the interesting question. The next version of the game, will it still have backwards compatible capability, or will they make one version for new generation and one version for the old generation? I mean, I understand that they're going to make it available for PS4, but will there be two different versions of the game for older and newer consoles, or is that a bad business decision and you're separating the community and that's not a good thing? Every day north Peachtree Corner area till about 3. On the south side of Murrah, you'll be home after 4-ish. Well, maybe dinner? Now, I will be on the south side. I will be on the south side. All right, let's check contracts. That's not how we check contracts. Oh, did I get paid? Yo, pay us. All right, let's do a big contract. That looks like fun. Let's cultivate. We will borrow your items. Let's jump over. Turn the lights off. All right, here's the best part. You know what the best part is? I don't hear anybody yelling at me saying that has a cup holder. Some of y'all are gonna understand this and some of you guys aren't. That's okay. All right. 39, where is 39? There it is. All right. We got a beacon on this bad boy. How do we got this big tractor and no beacon? All right, fine. We'll get our flashers going. All right, off we go. Hey, is the guy in here, I'm horrible with names. Someone posted something about we needed a rooster with our chickens because they won't repopulate without the rooster. Are you in here? The problem is with the game mechanic, you can have all hens in there and they'll still reproduce, right? The chickens really, the rooster serves no purpose in the game whatsoever than just to be a rooster, right? In fact, if you put a bunch of roosters in a pen together, believe it or not, they make more roosters. And they lay eggs. So yeah, the idea that you have to have a rooster to get to reproduce is that's not a thing in the game. Maybe one day we get to the point where you have to have one for every 10 and all that stuff, but we're not at that point yet. Or maybe that's a mechanic that they had in the game that they took out. There's a possibility for that too, because there are some mechanics in the game, like in 17. There was a mechanic where when you did contracts for the farmers, you grew favor with them. And as you grew favor with them, the piece of land became cheaper. I wish they would bring that reputation system back. Because there's some, there's some cool mechanics that they could do with the reputation system like that. Like maybe you start off with your reputation system of, only being able to do small equipment, and until you get to a certain point, then it gives you the ability to use medium equipment and then large equipment, and it's almost like you got to unlock it for contracts. I don't know if it'll ever get to that point, but I think it would be cool. Excuse me. Man, we got problems. My coffee cup's getting low, yo. But we're getting there. And guys, I want to say thank you for each and every one of you guys taking time out of your busy day to come hang out with me. It means a lot to me. You guys totally surprised me. There's way more people here than I ever thought would show up. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot. It's awe-inspiring to me, and it makes me want to do more stuff for you guys. And I am enjoying the nice, relaxing stream. Oh, turn the corner, yo. There we go. There we go. We're getting there. What games does everybody play? I'm guessing everybody here plays Farm Sim, but everybody here are gamers too, right? And at the end of the day, we all play different versions of games, right? So what are the other games that you guys play? I'll go first, right? Believe it or not, I never thought this would ever happen, but I've been playing Lego Fortnite with my friends. We get together one night a week and we play Lego Fortnite. Right? Before you say Fortnite, it's not a shooter game, it's a survival game. It's kind of like taking the Fortnite world itself, Legos, and Ark, but then take the dinosaurs out. And it's a really solid, gathering, crafting, go get resources kind of game, where you have to, it's a PvE game. You started playing Fork and Knife and love it? What is Fork and Knife? Or is that your way of saying you're eating dinner? All right, hang on a second. We got to check something. Let's see if I'm going to be happy or upset. What's the score of the Atlanta Falcons game?
The Falcons lost a close one to the Panthers today.
How do you lose to the Panthers? We lost to a team that had one. All right, here's what I'm going to say. I think we're getting a new head. You can't lose to the Panthers. That's just unacceptable. Oh, man, sports radio in Atlanta is going to be off the chain tomorrow. Yo, don't hit me. Thank you. That was close. So I live in Atlanta. I pull for the Falcons, but I am a Dallas Cowboys fan. That is the team. But you got to root for the home team every now and then. That's just MIG is going to be happy. He's a Panthers fan, but yeah, that's just, you can't lose to the worst team in the league like that. Holy cow. You're a big ARC player. Several thousand hours of that in Valheim. Satisfactory just started. So what do you think? Hey, so what do you think of the? Yeah. I don't want to hear it, Bacon. You know I'm a Cowboys fan. So Bushcrafter, what is it you enjoy about Lego Fortnite? For me, is it has like the holy trinity of survival games, right? And it does it very good, right? It's the start off with nothing, you can die, and then it's all right, gather stuff to make stuff to unlock stuff to progress. And I think that they do it amazing. I did say the Cowgirls, Cowboys, right? Get over it. Hey, you don't even have a team where you live. You have to root for the local college team. And I'm not even sure they're local to you. Your high school probably still plays 7-man football, right? Wait, does your town even have a high school, or do you bus your kids to the next town? All right, Bacon lives out in the middle of nowhere, right? Your wife will play it with you. Hey, that's a bonus, right? If you can get your wife to game with you, you know. Well, sometimes that's a bonus. It depends. It depends. Is your wife a task-oriented kind of person, or is she one of those that just kind of, you know, like runs off and does her own thing, right? You know, it's, you know, like, ooh, shiny stuff. Let me go pick this up off the ground. No, we're going to the cave to get this, but we'll get this on the way. And then they get so, you know, the backpacks get so jammed, and then they're like, no, I can't throw anything away. You work on the road about 300 days a year, so, oh. What kind of work do you do, if you don't mind me asking? She's a team player. Not everybody's wife's a team player, right? There's somebody's wife in chat. I'm not gonna say her name, but yeah. She's the type that, you know, hey, we're gonna go out PvPing, right? Don't bring any tools with you. There's an 8.3, I gotta cut it down. Aircraft mechanic, holy cow. Now do you work on itty bitty planes or really big planes? Aircraft mechanic. That means you had to get education, right? You had to get some sort of schooling. You also play ATS Constructor Simulator, SnowRunner. Hey Logan, thanks for sharing that with us. Big planes. You know, well, you know what that means. Big planes, big money. Or at least here in the US, that's how it works. Overseas, it may not work that way. I don't know. I just know here. Here it's big money. But you also have to have like a certification. So it's not like you can learn on the job. You have to go to like some sort of school. You have to get some sort of schooling to work on, to work for like Delta and stuff like that. Or at least that's my understanding from a couple of friends that I have that work for Delta. And for those of you guys that don't know, I live in Atlanta, Georgia, so Delta. This is the home office of Delta, Chick-fil-A, Coca-Cola, and Home Depot. Right? We have a lot of home offices of a lot of different companies around here. You're based with AMP, used to be contracted overseas. Oh, okay. All right, who here is old enough to remember Pan Am, Continental, TWA, right? Name the airlines that don't exist anymore. Who remembers these? I'm an old dude. I remember a lot of stuff. Also, guys, if you're watching the show and you're not subscribed, man, hit if you're enjoying it, hit the subscribe button. It helps us grow. Right? Also, hit the like button. My understanding is that the way the algorithm works, right? The boogeyman in the room is that every time you watch something, if you leave a comment and or a like, the little man in the box goes, oh, they liked that, and they start checking. They go, all right, let's see, this person's kind of like you, we'll make a recommendation to them. Oh, Northwestern, you are 100% right. Northwestern is another one. That's how the algorithm works, right? It basically knows what you like, and if you like something, then it goes, all right, this person over on this corner of the world is kind of like you and likes the same stuff, so we'll make recommendations to them. That's basically my understanding of how the algorithm works. It goes around and it finds other people like you, which is kind of funny, right? It's funny that it finds us all over the place and throws us all in the same room together. It says, here, y'all get along, y'all should get along, you're all kind of alike. I remember you. All right, do I have anybody in here that's a streamer, right? I asked, be honest, right? I know, FSG was in here and he's a streamer. Bacon used to stream. Is there anybody else in here that's a streamer? Because when I'm on Twitch live streaming, it's not, it's quite often a good chunk of the community are fellow streamers. but I'd like to get into more meet. I'd like to meet more streamers on the red side, right? Because there's some differences, and it would be nice to have someone to occasionally talk, bounce some ideas or questions on. When I have some ideas and questions, I would, like to get perspective. I do have people I could reach out to, but it would be nice if I could find people that are kind of like me that are just starting out. Because it's one of the, it helps. And I know that's a weird thing to say, but it just helps. Because sometimes when you get advice from people that are way, super successful, way ahead of you, it's not that they're not telling you the truth. It's just that sometimes you're just like sometimes it's memory. It was so long ago, like they remember going through it, but they may not remember it as if it was yesterday. And I even find myself with that, that feeling, like when I turned the camera on, I had the same feeling of when the first time I went live streaming on Twitch almost 5 years ago. And I was just like, all right, well, here we go. I don't know who's going to be here, and we'll make the best out of it. And I was pleasantly surprised. But it didn't mean it wasn't nerve-wracking for the first, 3 or 4 minutes until, I got to open my pie hole and started talking. My biggest thing is, once I have the ability to talk and just feel like I can say whatever it is I want to say that's on my mind, it just makes it easier for me. Oh, the other thing is, guys, we have this thing, I have this thing called Nut Meter. And basically a nut meter issue is anything that is mental, right? Instead of calling it, bipolar or this, anxiety or whatever, I just say nut meter issues. If for some reason someone's here and, they're having some sort of nut meter issue and they feel like they need to ask a question about it or perspective or, advice, throw it out there, right? Because I will always take the time to talk about nut meter issues, because at the end of the day, we all have them, and I think that things that need to be discussed, and I will always take the time to discuss those things because they're important. Because 9 times out of 10, there's someone else in the community that is dealing with something similar, and they're just too ashamed to say anything. And at the end of the day, right? Depression sucks. There's just, the stuff sucks. You just have to, some days you win, some days you lose. It's just that simple. If we can figure out a way to find more good days than bad days, that's winning. Because, that genie's out of the bottle. You're never stuffing that genie back in the bottle once she gets out, or he gets out. It gets out. Right? It's just never gonna happen, no matter how hard you try. Dealing with depression it's kind of like dealing with kids, right? You have a kid, it comes with no directions, you just learn. And if you have another kid, the first kid and the second kid are not going to be anything, you're just like, hang on a second, this worked with this one, why isn't it working with that one? I got 5 of them, right? None of them are motivated by anything remotely closely to the rest of their siblings. They are all uniquely unique. It's a trial and error process. And it's hard. right? Because some of my children are on the spectrum. And yeah, it's very trying. I ended up having to deal with things that I never thought I would have to deal with, and I'm like going, all right, how do I work this? At the end of the day, I love my kids, right? But man, there's just days that I just want to go like, really? Really? This is how it's gonna be? Do 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 do. All right, is it me? This thing looks funny, right? It looks like it's just gonna tip over, right? It should have wheels on the front. All right, let's run this back to the shop. We'll get paid. We'll see if we can find us another contract to work on. Do 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 do. Hey Bacon, what's the fam coming over? What are you guys celebrating? Why is the fam coming over? Someone having a birthday or something? Or is it just because you're not working? You're like, we're celebrating you're off on the weekend. Do 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 do. It's not a bad looking setup. I don't know, I'm just not a big John Deere fan. Right? I don't know why, right? They're gonna take, yeah, 1 weekend off this year and it's a party. Exactly, right? They found out. Hey, even Krug's gonna show up, right? Bacon's like, oh, I wouldn't go that far. All right, let's get paid. Yo. Collect. We could do some fertilizing, maybe. Oh, we got big harvesting. What is this? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, let's get some big harvesting in. We'll borrow the equipment. The jokes are real, yo. All right, here's one of my biggest complaints about this game, right? Why on the God's green earth can't this thing already be loaded on this trailer, right? In order for me to put this header on this stupid thing, now I gotta move this stuff out of the way first, right? I mean, come on. Why can't it just be on the trailer? It's, well, you're celebrating well, I mean, Bacon, if you want to celebrate a pagan holiday, I mean, all right, whatever. Go ahead. I'm not going to judge. What pagan holiday are you celebrating? I'm intrigued now. All right, let's get the header on the trailer. Hey, there we go. Oh man, I'm happy I got a beacon. I got 3 of them. We're gonna use them. All right, yeah. Now I will say this, I am super glad about the fact that it has this auto fix on these trailers, because at 19, I hated it with a passion. I could never get the stuff on the trailer. That's why I always used the headers that had the wheels built into them. All right, let's back it up. Oh, and also, guys, I do play on mouse and keyboard. So if my driving's a little wonky, you know why. All right, where are we going? Where is the blinking field? Oh, there it is. I'm like, where are you? You're behind us. All right, wide turn, wide turn. There we go. Oh, no, it's on that side of the street, not this side of the street. I got confused. All right, we'll go this way. No. I use everything is mouse and keyboard. I might, I'm looking at Bushcrafter, I am looking at a setup to get, one of my friends told has a setup that I could borrow to give it a test run. And I'll probably will take him up on his offer and borrow it to see if I like it or not. And if I like it, then I'll, you know, I got a birthday coming up in April and, you know, I'll buy one. There's a couple of systems out right now. There's a, Thrustmaster has a system that's out right now. And, what's the other one? The other one's what, Barty? Are the two systems that I know of. I definitely want to get one, right? Because I think that it would help with the immersion of the game. I've got some friends that have like dual, you know, the dual joysticks for logging and stuff like that, and they really, you know, once they figure out how to make them work, they really enjoy them. The only problem with the Thrustmaster system is it's pricey, right? Is it worth it? I don't know. I would be speculating because I've never used it, so I don't know if it's worth it or not. When I get a chance to try one, I'll give you my honest opinion of whether I think it's worth it or not. I'm not opposed to getting one though. I think it would it's one of those things. Would it be cool to have one? It would be cool to have one. However, right now, there are other cool things I need first, like upgrades on my computer. After I get my upgrades on my computer, then I can worry about, you know, stuff like that. Excuse me. But I could honestly see by the time summertime rolls around, I will probably have some sort of wheel, pedal, and stick setup. And when I get it, you know, I'll do an unboxing video and talk about, you know, what it is I like about it and what I don't like about it, and, you know, I'll give you my opinion. I definitely have no qualms about telling the world how I feel about things. That's what this is for, right? This is for me to to be able to tell the stories that I want to tell in the way that I want to tell them, and B, to be able to share my thoughts, my visions, my feelings with you guys. Will everybody always agree with what I have to say? No. And I understand that, right? Some people are, gonna be like, yeah, I feel that way too. And other people are like, no, I don't feel that way at all. And it's okay, right? Because at the end of the day, diversification is the spice of the world, yo. As long as we can learn to put, what's the word I want to say? All right, I'm not sugarcoating it. I just want, my problem is, like, I have to be careful with my I gotta be careful with my pie hole. As long as it's a give relationship, right? It's kind of like it's like a marriage, right? If you're in a marriage where it's all give and no take, it's not a good relationship. It's not a healthy relationship. There needs to be some give, some take. You have to be willing to put other people's feelings in front of your own. And if you can do that, then it's a healthy relationship no matter what relationship you're in. Because at the end of the day, we're all human beings and we have relationships that we're in. And that's the thing, right? What's the word? Treat people the way you want to be treated. Oh, hang on a second. That's what I wanted to see. Give me just a second. I wanted to check. Oh, she's running buttery smooth. All right. So I will tell you this, right? The live encoding on YouTube is way better than Twitch, right? There is a huge difference. Which is surprising. I would have thought it would have been, if you had asked me, I would have told you, I would have thought it would have been the other way around. And if you guys don't know what encoding is basically, basically taking what's coming out of your computer, taking it to the server and then shipping it out to you guys. So it has to, it does magic stuff to it, and it sends it, and it translates it and sends it to you guys. And if the encoding speed's not fast enough, then you get a lag, or buffering, or poor quality. And I'm pleasantly surprised because I'm not getting any notifications whatsoever. Wow, almost 2 hours already? It seems like we just started. Excuse me, guys. I do like these 770s. All right, so here's a question to chat. How do you guys feel about what speed do you think a harvester should go at? Do you feel that the in-game speed of 6 miles an hour is too slow? Do you think it should be faster, right? Do you think it should be, 10 miles an hour instead of 6 or 8 or, be honest. If you're one of those guys that thinks it should be 35 miles per hour and you're like DJ Goham and, you're not happy unless your hair's on fire and you're going Mach 2 in a tractor, own it, right? It's okay. How fast is too fast, or at what speed? Like, I kind of like the idea of 10. Anything more than 10 for me, I feel like is cheating, but that's just a personal preference. I won't say if you're doing 12 that it's wrong, No, it's your enjoyment. Play the way that you want to play. Have fun. I've got friends that, you know, like I said, 80, you know, as fast as it goes with, you know, 50-meter headers. I'm just like, okay, you know, if that's your thing, you know, have fun with it. All right. We'll get all our beacons going. And we'll drive to the field. Yo, it's anybody it's kind of like I got friends that only do in-cab driving. I can't do it because I can't see the back end of my tractor, and because I don't use GPS or VCS or stuff like that. It's hard for me to see where I've been in the field. 10 to 12? 10 to, like I said, I feel like 6 is too slow. But you know, because we were just gonna do a simple celebration stream. I just didn't bring any mods in here to you know, of the stuff that I would, you know, like if I was gonna continue on playing here, I would definitely bring in modded equipment. This is just kind of a way of saying thank you and seeing what this experience is like, because, you know, people will say live streaming is live streaming, and here's what I'm gonna tell you. No, the interactions are different, the cultures are different, the way people interact and how conversations are different on different platforms, right? I've got friends that stream on Kick, and the way the culture, the way things are done on different platforms are different. And they might be slightly different, but they're different. For me, I feel like it's it's the I only have the We Love Jab Club in here. I don't know if all right, if there's anybody in here that's never seen any of my videos, let me know, right? I think everybody here has watched the videos at one time or another. But it's a different dichotomy, and actually, I feel like it's far less pressure. As silly as that may sound. There we go. All right. Since you guys are here, do you want to know what the next video is about? Right? That I upload on Tuesday? I can tell you now, or do you want to be surprised? So ones and twos in here. Ones if you want to know, twos if you like. No, don't spoil the secret. Like, I won't tell you everything that happened. I'll just tell you, like, the main thing that we're trying to get done. Bush is like, no. You're gonna ruin it for me, right? I like my surprises. It's my coffee break time. You're gonna ruin it, and I'm okay with that, right? I am truly okay with that. What is everybody asking for Christmas? No. We're all creatures of habit, right? I get it. I'm a creature of habit, right? I have, like when I get up in the morning before I head off to work, right? I get a cup of coffee and, depending on what day of the week it is, right? So like if it's Monday and I need to catch up on the, the football scores or something like that, then I'll watch Sports Center to catch up on the football scores if I don't already know. And then, I'll catch one or two YouTube videos out of my subscription feed, and then I head off. Then my day commences. My wife makes fun of me. She goes, "You watch more YouTube than you watch regular TV," and I was like, "Well, regular TV sucks. They don't tell any interesting stories that I care about." Of course, then I point at the the 55-inch, or maybe it's a 60-inch or 65. It's a big TV in the living room. I'm not sure how big it is. I just point at it and I go, "Well, it's on the TV. Does that count for anything?" Excuse me. We may have to go on break here in a minute. All my dirt water is just about gone, and that's never a good thing. I think I need to go down and get some, it's been a bit, but I think I need to go down to the street and get some Black Rifle coffee. There's a store that's, I don't know, it's probably about 15 miles down the street from me. Not too terribly far. This time of year, it'll probably take me about a half an hour to get there. It's Atlanta. We have traffic all the time. It does not matter what time of day it is. There is traffic. It's almost like being in Southern California. All right, just out of curiosity, where's everybody from? Right, what part of the world? What part of the world are you guys from? It just gives me perspective. I'd like to know. I like to know where viewership's coming from. I know where Bacon's from. Like some people I know and some people I don't, and it just, like I said, it gives me perspective culturally where everybody's at and it gives me an idea of time and where they're at. All right, where do you get your Black Rifle coffee from, Bacon? The internet? You have it shipped to you on Amazon? Or do you have to drive to the big city to get it? South Kakalaka. But are you watching from Florida? New Brunswick, Canada. Bacon's like FedEx, yo. Now now bushcrafters, South Kakalaka, are you in the lowlands or the highlands? Oh, I can't do cold brew. It's got to be hot, right? But you give me cold coffee and my nut meter goes off, right? I can't drink it. Coffee is hot. You know, it's gotta be hot. I can't even eat coffee ice cream. It's like, ugh. It gives me the EBGBs. Myrtle Beach. Ah. So you know, all right, if you're from Myrtle Beach, you probably know where Augusta is then. Augusta or Aiken, South Carolina, maybe. Wait. I don't have anybody saying anything about about Tim Hortons coffee. Yeah. So in high school, whoa. In high school, I was in Augusta, but yeah, like Aiken, all that. All of that is my old stomping ground. We're actually getting a Tim Hortons here in Atlanta, like a real Tim Hortons. The Canadians tell me all about it. I'm gonna have to go check it out one day, find out if it's all that in a bag of chips or not. They swear up and down it is. You're from Norway. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You know, are we not running? Oh, there. And good evening to you too. Is that Bjorn Rudehag? I don't know if I just slaughtered your name or not, but I tried. I try to announce everybody's names. Sometimes it's easier than others. The Dutch community is always laughing at me about me mispronouncing people's names all the time. You drink Timmy Hortons every now and then? Yeah. Well, back in the day when people used to go to the malls, there used to be this place in the mall that served coffee and tea, high-end coffee and tea, and I could go in and get like like a cup of Jamaican blue coffee or Kona Gold, which high-end coffee, right? If you were to buy it by the pound right now, you're probably looking at somewhere between $60-$75 It's bear in English. Ah. So I used to be able, now this was back in the 90s, so I would spend like $4.50 to get a cup of coffee. You know, I mean, every night, but it was amazing. It was very, very good coffee. It was, you know, when you wanted to treat yourself. There's just something about like a high-end coffee, a really good steak, you know, an expensive cigar, or you know, high-end single malt scotch. You know, it's not something that you want all the time, but when you get your hands on it, you do enjoy it. Yo, no. I hit the go button, you didn't go. I think it's the little perks in life that occasionally you treat yourself, and it takes you to that place. Hey, not a problem, Bushcrafter. Thanks for stopping in, man. I really appreciate it. And yeah, the next video will drop at Tuesday, so I'm not gonna, you know, you'll have to find out what it's about. But hey, enjoy what's left of your weekend. Single malt whiskey is what you guys have there. I'll drink, to be honest, I'll drink whatever you put in my hand. I'm not that picky. I can drink anything. I'm a very social drinker. I'm the type of person that's like, you know, what everybody else is drinking, then I'm down, right? I do like, you know, I do like Scotch, bourbon, whiskey, tequila. I mean, name it, right? Some people ask me, what's your favorite beer? And my answer is the free one, right? The free one, the cold one. I mean, I grew up in an era when, you know, I grew up in a certain section of town that was, when we didn't have much money, and, you know, drinking involved, you know, 40 ounces of Old English or Mad Dog 2020, right? It wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but that's what we could afford. And this is back when, you know, Old English came in the 40-ounce glass bottle. And you could get it at the gas station for 99 cents on ice. Those days are long gone. And for the Europeans that Old English is a very old generic kind of beer. It's not very good. It was just cheap. And I don't even know how to describe Mad Dog 2020 other than cheap and awful. Yeah, I was explaining to my kids that they didn't believe me that Gatorade came in a glass bottle. That blew their mind. They're like, "What do you mean Gatorade came in?" You know, they had a metal lid and a glass bottle. They're just like, "No." I'm like, "Yeah, believe it or not, there was a time that everything didn't come in plastic or aluminum, right? You know, I remember before aluminum cans." I mean, stop and think about it, right? There was a time when you went to get a soda out of the machine and it came out of an 8-ounce bottle. Man, could you imagine trying to give someone an 8-ounce soda now? They would just look at you. Turbog? I've actually heard of that. I've heard of that brand. I don't know if I've ever tried it, but I know I've heard it. Because I've got a package store that's not too far from me that, you know, they carry all kind of international beers, so I'm always looking. You know, it's like window shopping. Maybe one day. What I need to get is the they have this 12 Days of Christmas beer pack where it has like a different beer from different countries in a 12 pack. For when you're feeling adventurous. I know my friend Blocky, he likes to drink, he's Dutch and he likes to drink Grolsch. And Grolsch is not a bad beer. Heineken, on the other hand, I don't care for Heineken. I never liked Heineken, but I like Grolsch. Heineken gets very bitter very fast. Oh, we're close to getting done with this field. There we go. We'll have to go empty the tipper. Carlsberg? I've had Carlsberg. I've enjoyed that. I've also had like Warsteiner, and like I enjoyed that too. There's a lot of different beers I've tried at one time or another. It's just that not all the time. It's one of those things, right? I've tried so many, I can't always remember all the names of the ones I've tried. I'm a very adventurous kind of person. It's just like, ooh, something new, right? Kronbacher? I have not tried Kronbacher. I haven't even heard of that one. But I've lived overseas. So I learned at a young age, you know, when someone gives you food, out of respect, you take a bite out of it and you try it to see if you like it or you don't, right? Like, I think it's disrespectful to ask somebody what something is before you try it, right? Because at that point you're making a decision whether you like it or not based on what ingredients are in it. All right, where are we going? Where's the exclamation point? Hang on a second, I gotta find the exclamation point. Ah, there. All right, we're going down here. So I find it very disrespectful to ask, you know, what it is. The only reason why you would ask what something is if you have an allergy, or it's like, you know, if it's a religious thing, like, you know, you can't eat pork or something like that, then I get and I understand why you would ask, you know, hey, does this have A, B, or C in it? But other than that, I think, you know, I don't have those problems, so I just stick it in and I try a bite, and then after I try a bite, then I ask what it is. Because at that point, I know either I like it or I don't like it, and I need to know what it is. That way I either order it again or I never order it again. I used to drink Budweiser all the time. And then when I went overseas to the Philippines, you know, in the Philippines, the alcohol content's higher. And then it was just like, you know, a San Miguel beer was equivalent to, you know, 2.5 Budweiser's alcohol content. And I came back and Budweiser was like drinking water, you know, because it was a low alcohol content. I mean, I can drink a Pilsner, but I prefer a stout. All right, we'll drop this off. But But I prefer, out of everything, I enjoy shots more than anything. I just find shots to be more entertaining because they're quick and over, right? It's just, so, you know, it's salute and it's gone, right? Beer is the casual drinking thing. I do enjoy some mixed drinks every now and then too. It just depends on the situation. Oh, I know what I need to get. I need to pick up some, oh good Lord. Here in the US, they call it Viking's Blood. It's basically, honey mead wine, I think is what it is. It comes in like a ceramic jar bottle. I just like it. It's been a while since I've had one in the house. So I think I'll pick up a bottle for Christmas. It's kind of a cross between a beer and a wine, if that's even possible. Now, the one thing that I have to get used to is there's a thing on here on my OBS that's like a brownish reddish color, and I'm used to seeing my stats when they turn red. I would have to go look at it because that meant something was going wrong, and I keep seeing that out of the corner of my eye, thinking, "Oh, something's wrong. Something's wrong." It's just the color of that stupid button. Alright, you're just about full. We'll drop you off we'll pop back in here, close the pipe, and away we go. The one beer I don't care for is Corona, right? And I'll tell you why. If you have to put fruit in your beer to drink it, there's something wrong with your beer. I think you shouldn't have to add anything to your beer to drink it. Now, if someone gives me one, I'll drink it, but I won't order one. That and I really enjoy sake. So when I went to TwitchCon in San Diego with Giants, me and Kermit we shared a bottle of sake. We went to this Japanese place, and Kermit's like, "Hey Jab, do you like sushi?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, I'll order sushi." He goes, "Will you drink sake?" And I was just like, "Yeah." So we're sitting there, and it was after we worked to get the booth set up and everything like that, and we ate this big old platter of sushi, and I didn't have the heart to tell him that I could have ate more, right? I just let it was a lot of sushi, but the bottle of sake that they brought over, it was amazing. It was really good. And I never forget, like, we had it in a little cup and we toasted, and it was me, Kermit, Klaus, and Jimmy, Red Dirt Ranch. And we all toasted, and I told Kermit, I said, frogs and tractors, right? That's what the toast was, frogs and tractors. So, and I shot it down, and Kermit was like sipping it. I was like, "Yo, you got to drink that. And he's like, what? He's like, you don't play around, do you? And I said, no, you don't understand. He goes, what? And I said, we've got a bottle that we have to drink. And if you're going to drink at that pace, because it was already like, I think it was like 10 o'clock at night already. I was just like, we're going to be here till 2 o'clock in the morning. And we got to be back at the conference center at 8. And he goes, oh. But we had a blast. TwitchCon was a lot of fun. Does YouTube have a YouTube con? Does anybody know? Do they have an event for their content creators? And if they do, I wonder what they call it. I'm sure they do. I'll have to add that to my bucket list of things to go try out. I do want to go to a agricultural show to go check out live. It's something I've never tried. It's something I want to do. I just got to find one that's within reasonable driving of Atlanta. And I'll have to look it up. Someone told me there's a big one in Indianapolis, which is not too terribly far to go. I mean, it's 8 hours, but for the right situation, I'll drive 8 hours. I know that Giants will be in Phoenix this month. It's either this month or next month for the agriculture show there. Is there really, Red? When is it? There's an agricultural show here in Atlanta? Because if there is, I'll go down there. I saw DJ's video when he was at the one in Germany, and it was funny, right? At first I was just like, I probably won't enjoy it, but I'll take a, I'll watch a little bit to see what it was like. And as he was walking through the show, showing the different equipment, I'm like, oh, that's a such and such. That's a such and such. That's a such and such, right? I started realizing that I recognized more brands of equipment than I thought I did. And I was just like, well, wow, it's amazing what you learn from playing this game. And I was just like, all right, I need to go experience this live. There's one in Perry. Well, Perry's like an hour and a half away. That's not very far at all. Sounds like a road trip. Do you know what month it is? Or can you send me the info on that in Discord? I appreciate it. Because I'd love to go down there and just. Here's one of the complaints I have about Farm Sim, right, is this. You're in first person view, right, all the time. So unless you play multiplayer, the perspective of how big this equipment is skewed. Right? Your perspective is skewed. You truly don't have an understanding of the size of the equipment. Because I'll never forget the first time I saw like a John Deere 9XR on the back of a semi. I was just like, holy cow. Besa! Dude, I had no idea you even knew I was here. Thank you for showing up, my friend. Thank you for showing up, my friend. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me. How are you doing? I hope you're doing amazing. And I am learning about the YouTube world. I really enjoy making content on YouTube. It is it's less stressful for me. From day one, I had no idea. I honestly didn't. But thank you for, dude, you don't know how much it brings a smile to my face. Thank you. I have a ton of respect for the stuff that you do. And the fact that, you know, that the stuff I do, that you even, it even moves the meter for you is just amazing to me. Thank you. How are you and the family doing, man? I hope you guys are doing well. Are you ready for Christmas? What did you ask for? What did you ask Santa Claus for? Ah, you just started too? Good. Now I got someone to talk to that just started out too. That's the one thing I'm missing, is I'm missing the concept of a running mate, right? As a content creators, right? It's always good to find someone that's kind of where you're at, or just a little bit ahead of you, or a little bit behind you, to get perspective. Because you can, you know, sometimes it's just as simple as you feel like, oh man, I had a bad day, a bad video or whatever, and then someone else would be like, dude, I wish I could do that, right? You're complaining to complain, right? There's nothing wrong there. What could someone ask for who has everything he wants? Sometimes the things that you ask for is, oh, it's an antique agricultural show? Oh, that's even better. Sometimes the things that you ask for is time, right? When you have everything that you need, then it's asking for the quality of time, right? Because time is the most valuable commodity there is. Everybody has it, but nobody knows how much of it you have, and when it's gone, it's gone. You can't make more of it. You can be efficient with it, but you can't make more of it. And sometimes the experiences that you have, the experiences and conversations that you have with people are more valuable than a tangible item that you can hold. 5 years ago, almost at 9K subs, and still love the content making around here. Ah! It is a different world. I'll admit that it's a different world, but I feel more at home. I feel more comfortable in my skin. Will it continue to feel that way? It may change, it may not, I don't know. I'm not giving up on Twitch. It's just that things I can do here is way different than well, if we're, hey, we could just ride down there together, Red, and spend a day oohing and on in old tractors. And grab something to eat. like one of the things I want to do for Christmas is I want to go to the Atlanta Zoo has a lantern festival. So basically they have a bunch of lanterns that are lit up that are shaped like different animals. So, you know, the idea of me and my wife going out there one evening and spending time together and just, you know, drinking coffee or hot chocolate and, you know, eating cookies or fudge or something like that, and just, you know, just spending a couple of hours together enjoying what we're seeing, taking pictures, and just having a conversation. To me, you know, that's the kind of things that I look forward to. It's just difficult because my wife works in the retail industry, and this time of year, you know, it's busy all the time. Excuse me. But that's how I've gotten to the point where it's nice to have things, but you know, usually the things that I need, or I think I need, sometimes it's I want, it usually gets taken care of during the regular, you know, like we get football, soccer tickets, right, every year for the Five Stripes. This year we picked up tickets to see the U.S. national team. They're playing in a doubleheader at Mercedes-Benz later next year, so we got tickets for that to take the two youngest. But other than that, we really don't, you know, really don't. I spend money on internet, coffee, and you know, food. Basically, that's it. I have a very low maintenance. Sometimes the joy of Christmas is seeing the twinkle and the spark of excitement in the young one's eyes, or those that act young. Because my wife says I could be a child at times. Now, I will say this. I do get excited about opening Christmas presents because, you know, they're always a surprise to me. My wife gets upset because I'm the type of person, like, I like to get the box and I like to shake it and, you know, listen to it, smell it, see if I can figure out what it is. She hates it when I do that. She doesn't understand why I do it. And I'll be honest, I'm not even 100% sure why I do it. There's just something about trying to figure out what's in the box without looking at it. Can I be right? Is there anybody else out there that does that, or am I the only weird one? I mean, I have a lot of weird qualities, and I can accept the fact that I may be the only one in the planet that does that. I don't even know why I do it. It's something I've always done, and I will continue to do. Hey, Red, we can make a stop at Buc-ee's, right? And look at the 20 yards of jerky. All right, for those of you guys that don't know what a Buc-ee's is a gas station convenience store that's the size of a Walgreens, a drugstore, or a small supermarket. It's literally like they have like, I stopped at one and I think they said they had 132 gas pumps, right? It is it's the most American thing that you could, I mean, it's huge. The men's bathroom in there, has to have close to like 40 stalls. Well, is Buc-ee's based out of Texas? I mean, it would make sense, right? You know, everything's bigger in Texas. You can get homemade fudge in there. They have brisket that they're cutting up and cooking live, jerky, donuts, coffee, soda machines. Yeah, I mean, it's everything. It's nuts. It's the epitome of American excess. However, for me it's like we have one north of Atlanta and one south of Atlanta, but you have to drive like almost an hour to get to either one of them. Or when I go to Alabama, I can catch it on the side going to Alabama. It's outside of Birmingham. Oh, we're gonna have to make 2 trips. It's not gonna take it all. Nope. Hey Joey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate that. I wonder why the notification didn't go off. It's supposed to let me know when people subscribe. But I appreciate it, man. I'll have to go into the settings and see why the setting didn't go off. It's supposed to do like a fancy thing and everything. I feel like you got gypped. My bad. All right, let's cover up. And we'll go drop this off. So hey Joey, what's your map of choice? I asked everybody earlier, but you know, we'll ask you too. Actually, let me see something. Does it show up in the feed? No? I don't know. It's a new thing to me. All right. We'll figure it out. All right, let's go drop this off. Oh, Red. I hadn't had a chance to tell you. So I was over in DMS's stream when he was doing the last day he was doing for his Toys for Tots. He got his hands on a mod pack that I'm gonna see if I can get that is totally nuts, right? It's like, it starts off by making scrapped cars, and then you take the scrapped cars and you take it to a production facility that breaks it down into components. And then each component you take to somewhere else that makes more components. It's like a whole production chain that has nothing to do with farming. I was just like going, man, I can't wait to get my hands on. Like, I've been waiting for a modder to come up with something like that. You know, that way it changes the game. You know. And it's very insightful. Edgewater, Saskatchewan? Yeah, the water, it came off the Waterworld map. Oh, well, hey, Jeb has a fond place for the Canadians, right? Because when I started streaming on Twitch, the Canadians was the first international group to take me in and treat me as one of their own, right? Me and the Canucks, you know, the Canadians were the first ones. The second group was the Aussies, and then the third group were the Dutch, right? So I have appreciation and love and respect for, well, actually, the community is truly international now. But yeah, there's a fond spot in fond memories of when I first started streaming 5 years ago and hanging out with all the Canadian peeps. In fact, my very first follower that wasn't a family or friend is from Canada. I don't know if Hawk's out there or not. I'm not even sure if Hawk may not even know I'm streaming today. Hey, Blue Ashby, thank you very much. I appreciate that. How are you doing? How's your weekend going, man? Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Hang on a second. My weekend may be going bad, but let me check on something. What's the score of the Dallas Cowboy game?
The Cowboys are trailing the Bills 20-3 with 1 minute left.
How are we losing 3-20 to the Bills? Oh, jeez. All right, yeah. You're Edgewater too? Edgewater, all right, the Saskatchewan map is a cool map. The thing I like about that map is that's the one that brought in the swathing, right? The swathing pack. And it has flax and something else on it. So there's cool things on that map that's brought in. Mechanics and stuff like that. Oh, Credible! Hey, what's up, man? But the Real Farmers back in the 1990s. Ah, so you got a true emotional attachment to it. That's cool. So as I was saying, there's cool mechanics on the map. The one thing I don't like about is that it's hard on workers, right? That map is very hard on workers because of the way the fields are laid out, right? That's my only, and that's just being nitpicky, right? I understand I'm being nitpicky about the fact that, you know, but I think it's cool that it has the way it's laid out. It's just, if you're gonna use AI workers, yeah, you may have problems, yo. I think it's an excellent multiplayer map though, because then you know, multiplayer, you don't need workers. Your friends are the workers. You just gotta find a way to get them on the map with you. Besides that, farming with friends is always more fun. Let's get this over to the shop, and then we'll get the harvester back to the shop. But in real life, It's like that. No, like I said, I love the map. I love the new mechanics that it brings. You know, every map has a strength and a weakness, and I feel like that if I don't point out one thing that you know, one negative, you know, I can point out all the positives, but if I don't point out one negative, then I don't feel like this is not where we wanted to go. Then I'm not being fair, right? I want to give a fair, constructive criticism where, you know, where I feel like it's due. And I've always been that type of person, is that you know, now sometimes my criticism it boils down to being nitpicky, right? Because I'm searching hard to find something negative. I've had a lot of people tell me about Alma and said, they're like, hey Jab, you should try out the Alma map. I actually almost did a playthrough on Alma instead of No Man's, but I really wanted to do the No Man's thing. So I went, and I don't regret the decision. I think the No Man's was a better decision to start off with. I think the Alma map would be a great map to tell a story, but to tell a different style of story. The Waterworld map is a map that I'm truly interested in to see. I don't know when it's going to be released, but I'm intrigued in that map for different reasons. There's some cool stuff on there that has nothing to do with farming. That I can see it being controversial, right? I could see it being controversial of, you know, it has nothing to do with farming, right? And you know, that kind of thing. I don't know. I just think the production chain on it is cool and interesting. Is it going to be all that in a bag of chips? Well, I know of some people that had early access. I'm gonna have to go rattle some cages and talk to some of my friends and see if I can maybe, you know, if I gotta wait till when it releases to everybody else, I will. There is a chance I could get it early, maybe. I just have to use, you know. Sometimes in this business, it's not who you are, it's who you know, kind of thing. So this might be one of those situations that that my relationships with other people will help me out. Maybe not. All right, let's get paid. All right, where are we sitting on time-wise? Let's tab over to the farm. All right, guys. There's really not enough time to get to really do another contract and get through it. I feel like that, you know, this is a good spot to do my very first stream. And hang on a second, let me do this. Let's come over here. All right. What I want to say is I want to say thank you to each and one of you guys that came in here and said something or didn't say something. You just showed up to see what it is. I want to say thank you for all the people that aren't here, right? Because it's a community. It took everybody hitting that little button that says, hey, I like what you're doing, that got me out of my shell to do this live stream. We will do more live streams in the future. How often I do them, I don't know. It's something that I need to work through. If it's something that you guys want to see more often, let me know in the comment sections, right? You know, maybe we'll schedule them, we'll schedule them once every 2 weeks or once a week, once a month. I don't know what the right thing is. There's a possibility we could do multiplayer if you guys want to do multiplayer. You know what? I will start putting my Discord information in the video things. That way you can join the Discord and you guys can let me know how you feel. All right, we're going to put an end to this. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys that hung out with me. This has been an enjoyable ride, right? I had a blast. Thank you for everybody showing up. And hey, the next video will drop on Tuesday. Let me know what it is you guys want to see in the future. All right, y'all have a fantastic evening, and I'll catch up with y'all later.